What's up guys? Today I'm going to be revealing the cost of living for us personally here in the Philippines. You're gonna want to watch all the way to the end on this one because we're gonna be adding everything up and giving you the grand total of how much is the cost of living here in the Cebu area of the Philippines for me and my girlfriend. Actually, let me know in the comments anything else you want to know about. Either moving to the Philippines, living in the Philippines, I don't know, any little thing that might be a question, because I want to do more videos sort of in between the travel videos of lifestyle and living here in the Philippines now that I've been living here for over a year. This video will likely attract people who aren't normally on the channel. My name is Cody, and along with my girlfriend Izai, we are travel vloggers here in Cebu, Philippines. We really focus a lot on trying to help other people travel, help other people do the same things that we're doing, and less about just kind of, I don't know, showing off. And we really want to help you be able to do the same adventures. So if you are new here, check out some of those videos. You might be into it. I'm gonna take you through a month of expenses for Izai and I. So this is for both of us. We live here in this apartment in Liloan, Cebu. So do note that we live near the city of Cebu. We're not actually technically within the city limits, but we are very close to the city. We're almost as close as you can get without technically being in the city. Just know the prices will reflect that. Being in Cebu City does make things slightly more expensive than if you're deep in the province. Know that the prices that I'm giving you can vary significantly depending on you. This is just how it is for us, for anyone who wants to live a similar lifestyle to what we're living. But if you want to live a fancier lifestyle, it's going to cost more. Or if you want, you know, a bigger apartment, an apartment closer to the center of the city, it's gonna cost you more. But that being said, you could also get less here in the Philippines. You can really go either way. You just gotta look around and budget things, make things work for you. The Philippines is really open to any budget. Not only could you make this more, you could make this less if you really wanted to. So every month on rent, we're spending about 10K pesos. This is for our 2-story apartment. We have 2 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, a laundry room, a nice big kitchen slash sala combination, and a balcony. It's actually a really nice place, and this is actually a really good deal for 10K. I'm not gonna lie to you, we got really lucky with this place, but you could find other things for around the same. When we were living in the city center last year, we were spending 16K on a 1-bedroom apartment with just 1 bedroom, 1 bathroom, and 1 small kitchen. Depending on where you live, it's gonna change how much it costs dramatically. Utilities, typical bills that we have to pay every month along with the rent. First up is our water bill, which for the last month was only 224 pesos. When we were living in the city center, it was around 800 pesos every month. Our electricity bill for this last month was 1,350 pesos. Do note that we don't have an air conditioner right now. That helps keep that bill down. We only use fans, but Izai and I are both using our computers with dual monitor setups with the lights on and the fans running all day, every day, because we both work here from home. If you have an aircon, it's gonna cost more, but get with a converter, it won't cost as much. When we were in the city center, we were paying significantly more than this. We did have an air conditioner then, but we didn't run it nearly all day, yet for some reason we were paying 8,000 pesos a month, that's insane. I don't know what that was about, but this is much better here. For our internet, for 30 megabytes per second, fiber on Globe, we are paying 1,899 pesos per month. As far as cell phones, we're actually really weird with our cell phones, so this is gonna be really low. You're probably gonna pay more than this, but just know that we only do prepaid and we typically always stick to Wi-Fi. I don't actually load my cell phone ever. I only use Wi-Fi. Izai loads her cell phone for only 299 pesos per month, and that gets her enough data, enough everything that she needs to survive each month. Know that we do have a home phone as well. I didn't mention that a home phone comes with that $40 for the internet. So we have that as well if calls need to be made. Yours will probably be higher than that if you're wanting more data. One that I don't see a lot of people talking about when I've watched these videos is visa extensions. If you're a foreigner living in the Philippines, you have to think about this. This is part of your monthly budget. For 2 months, the last time I went, it was 2,140 pesos, which I noticed this price go up and down. It seems different every time I go, just a little bit different. I don't really know what that's about, so just look this up before you go because it seems to change. For 1 month, when I cut that in half and counted for 1 month, 1,070 pesos per month for visa extensions. It's really not that bad, to be honest, as an extra bill that you will have to pay if you're a foreigner here and you don't have permanent residency. Groceries, this is our biggest bill that isn't rent, around 10,000 pesos per month. Sometimes we're a bit lower than that because, like I said, we try to live pretty budget, but also I'm a bit of a fatty on the inside and I love food, so sometimes it is very hard for me to give things up. Another thing you have to think about here in the Philippines is drinking water. You can't drink the water in the Philippines, so our water bill, that's only for things like cleaning yourself, cleaning dishes, stuff like that. For our actual water, we buy gallons. For that, we are paying 30 pesos per gallon. That roughly adds up for 1 month. I'm guessing about 240 pesos. It's not that much. That's for a month of water. And don't forget, all of this stuff is for me and my girlfriend Izai. So if you're only one person, some of these, like the water, the groceries, all of that stuff, will be cut in half. Transportation is another thing you need to think about here in the Philippines. How are you going to be getting around? This is one of those things where it comes down to really, like, there's a lot of variation in how much this can cost you, because you can be someone who's cool with just taking jeepneys, buses, hobbles, whatever you want to take to get to the places you need to go, and you may not be going as far as us. You know, we drive a lot and we drive really far. So if you do that, it's gonna be cheaper. If you're like us, we bought a motorbike back when we were in Southern Leyte. It was a secondhand bike, but it was really new. It had less than 1,000 kilometers on it. We bought it straight from Yamaha, so straight from the actual like company that manufactures the bike. And yeah, that cost us about 50,000 pesos, though we did not pay it all at once, so we actually would end up spending a bit more than that in the end because of interest. We were paying 5,000 pesos a month, and we paid that for a year, and then it was paid off, and now we own the bike. So really, really worth it. You could also go the other route of buying a car, and I don't really know anything about that. I know obviously it's gonna cost you more, but it also costs you more on gas, because another bill for transportation is gas. This, if you're just driving a motorbike, yours might be cheaper than this. We spend around 600 pesos or $12 a month on gas, but we're driving really far. You could definitely get cheaper than that. Then we get into some of the other things that you might not have to worry about personally, but I'm going to list them here because they are part of our expenses. At the end, I'll put a total for everything, and then I'll also put a total without these last few on there because there's a good chance you're not gonna have to worry about these, or they'll be different for you depending on, you know, what kind of stuff you're into. So the first one is cat food. If you're new here, you're probably gonna be shocked when I say we own 10 cats. That's a story in and of itself. We didn't set out to have 10 cats. It's just something that happened, and I'm not gonna retell it here. But we do own 10 cats, 2,835 pesos per month, around there, for cat food. I mean, but to feed 10 cats for a month, I think it would be more expensive than that back in America where I'm from, so I think it's still a pretty good price. For litter, you can do normal cat litter here, but we actually get wood pellets. We order them online, and we spend about 1,500 pesos per month on the wood pellets for the cat. It's just another expense. If you're gonna have cats, you gotta think about that. And then we get into eating at restaurants, which this is another one, like I said, that can go either way. You can be a person who doesn't want to eat at restaurants at all. You don't ever eat out, and in which case, you know, cut this one off. Or you can be someone who likes to eat out for every meal, in which case I'm sure your grocery bill will be less, but this is gonna be a lot higher for you. For us, we actually eat out quite a bit, but we're not eating at super fancy places. Like I said, we're budget, 150 pesos to 300 pesos per person for each meal, $3 USD to $6 USD. But know that that does go a lot further here in the Philippines than back in like America. A $3 meal here in the Philippines, bigger and honestly better than what you can find for $3 back home. We're thinking it's around 3,000 to 4,000 pesos per month that we spend. Sometimes we're out traveling and we'll see a really nice little restaurant that we want to try, and so that will add to this expense. Other times there won't be anything around because we're just in the province at some waterfalls, so we just eat food that we brought. So it kind of varies. That's why I don't have an exact number here. And then all our other travel expenses, for the moment at least, something also that you may cut off because you might not be traveling, I don't know, or you may be doing less travel than us or more, so this will need to be higher. But for us, it's about 5,000 pesos per month. Another thing that contributes to that price not being super high is the fact that we do a lot of unknown hidden spots here, places that don't even have entrance fees, or that actually helps a lot to keep that price low. And because it's a pandemic, we're actually not able to go to other islands, so we're not paying for plane tickets or ferry tickets and things like that right now. So, you know, expect that stuff if you want to travel around a lot. Alright guys, and that brings us down to our totals. The first one I'm gonna give you is for everything I just listed. This is me and Izai together, the two of us, our grand total for, on average, what we spend per month here in the Philippines. It's right around 38,500 pesos or $800 USD for the two of us, between the two of us. Really good deal. Don't forget that that's to also travel, see amazing places, do awesome stuff. We still eat out all the time, and all of, I mean, this includes rent and groceries, guys. $800 USD. You might want to think about the Philippines. Total without the cat food and without our travel expenses, maybe closer to what you'll be spending if you live sort of the same lifestyle as us, but without cats and without as much travel. It is right around 25,700 pesos or about $530 USD. I'm not like rounding down. I actually, when I rounded up on everything to give it a little extra. $530 USD for a month. Guys, don't forget, if you want to know more about living here in the Philippines, lifestyle here in the Philippines, anything, I don't know what you want to know, but that thing that you want to know about moving to the Philippines or living in the Philippines, let me know in the comments below. I do want to make some more videos like this, just talking to you guys or going out and showing you specific things that you want to know about that aren't totally travel related. But if you're only here for my travel content, don't worry, that's not going anywhere. That's still the main focus of this channel. This is just going to be something I do every now and then because people request it a lot, to be honest. And I'm here, I have the answers, so why not give that knowledge back to you guys? And if you are new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe and like the video if you liked it, and go check out the rest of the channel because we've done a lot of other really cool stuff here in the Philippines, and I really do think you're gonna like it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and keep wondering.